Hey there, good morning. Tuesday morning as I begin this, I tried to groom my beard yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you, I've never done that before in my life. And I don't think I did too good with it, but whatever. Everybody was saying my shit was looking weird and out of control. I actually like it looking like that, but I get that I do look freaking homeless like that. I want my beard to be long, so maintaining it will be what I'm trying to do. Learning as I go. Anywho, hey, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's Tuesday morning as I begin this and getting the show on the road. It's going to be the first full day on our new exterior job, which is really low key. A ton of repair work. And, you know, we are going to do as much repair work as needed. Because here's the deal, all of the windows are getting replaced. So we don't have to F with the windows at all. Really, we just got to do the fascia and things like that. There are some window sills that he wants us to rebuild, but it's a really crazy scenario here because some of the window sills are connected to the actual windows. So when they pull out the windows and put new in, I imagine, you know, that's all going to be a one-piece situation. And then there's a few windows where the sill is separate from the actual window. I'm not a window expert, but we will address what we can in regards to that. I need to stop by my storage unit. I need to pick up the table saw. I got the wood from the lumber mill yesterday. I need to go to Lowe's. I need to get a stick of brick molding, a 1x8x8, a 1x4x8, a couple of tubes of caulk, a couple of spray shields, a ton of spray shields, the cardboard kind. They're only like $1 something a piece. And that's really about it. So I'm going to leave Gene and the new guy, Jason, on the job today. I'll go pick up the paint. I'm only getting 5 gallons of the paint. Our paint left over from the other job is a close resemblance, but it's not a match. So we'll go get 5 gallons of paint. That's all that we're gonna need on this. And we'll get this thing busted out in no time. I'm not messing with it per se myself today. I'm gonna let them handle everything. And then tomorrow I can get to painting and I'll do the painting work. So I'll focus on videos today. I still have not received any more money from money owed. I got a $1,000 payment yesterday. He told me he was gonna, the real estate man told me he was gonna get me another payment by the end of the day. That didn't happen. So hopefully I get the remainder, which is $4,300 today, plus the $1,300 deposit on this job. That would be helpful. And he's got a new roof going on this house at the end of the week. I told him we can do roofing work. To keep that in mind moving forward, we did some roof repairs on the last job that we did for him. I told him that I'd like to reconnect with him. He's out of town till Wednesday. I said, I'd like to reconnect with you on the interior job that you didn't like the price of. And he says he's open to doing that. And when doing that, the very first question I'm going to ask him is, listen, what are you trying to spend here? So you tell me what you're trying to spend, and I'll let you know what we can do for that. And if he gives me a number like $5,000 to $8,000, doggy, there ain't a whole hell of a lot that we can do for that. Anyways, we'll see. I'd like to get video work done today. That's why I say I'm not messing with this job at all, other than getting these guys squared away with the materials that they need. They are more than competent to handle this repair work. They showcased that to me yesterday. So they get all the repair work done today, and then tomorrow be Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we paint, and we're done. We're done. Let me grab the table saw, talk with Gene, because he's texting me, and let's get ready to rock. Hoping for a good day. And hoping to, some kind of a way, start getting back on track. Storage unit. Here is our step down casing right here. Really nice step down casing from the lumber mill. And here is table saw. and then a bunch of other shit in the back of my truck that I don't need. I love coming to the storage unit because you never know what you're going to find. And what I found was a whole freaking can of brand new Bondo that I've never even used. So saving money all over the place on a job where I desperately need to do so because I need to try to maximize the profit I'm going to see off of this job. I dropped a screw. Wanted to make sure I picked that up. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm maximizing profits on this. So, good deal. All right, carry on. Leaving from it. Crazy to think that that little saying started from me flipping houses. And I still say that so many years later. Because we're still doing that, leaving from Lowe's. Anyways, let me share with you guys some really crazy stuff. So I just got off the phone with my guy, Richard. I was sharing about him and the situation that he was in where he was living in a sex offender halfway house. I say was because he ain't no more. Richard got kicked out of there. He tried to fight a couple of them guys up in there. They were really on some bullshit up in there, and it sucks that Richard doesn't have a place to stay now. And he's living in hotels, and he's only one bad decision away from screwing it all up for himself. So here I am this morning. I spent a half hour on the phone with him, trying to talk him off the ledge. I can hear the combativeness in what he's sharing with me. He's in 7-Eleven. He's combative with the cashier over dropping some donuts, and the cashier told him he had to pay for them, which I thought was crazy. I hate it for him, and I want the best for him because he really is a good dude who can't get out of his own way and hasn't for so long. And the chances of this guy being successful after incarceration at this point are slim to fucking none, just to be honest with you. But I want to try to help him possibly find a room for rent. You know, he's living, or he's staying in, the worst hotels that there are. You know, these are just triggers because the drugs are there. He's like, yeah, I can rent a room and share it with another guy, and that's only $40 a night, which you have to do because if you don't have, then what do you do? But I'm just not in a position to be able to help anybody. I'm trying to put Richard in a room with my new guy, Jason. I think that would be a better situation than rooming up with some freaking rando. But that could be a bad situation for both guys. If there's any silver lining, which there's very little in this, is the fact that we're getting ready to expose the shit out of this halfway house that caters to and also profits from sex offenders. You know, there's a business model in everything. And I'll be damned. You got these chomo chasers, which I love. And now they've taken it to the extreme of like beating the shit out of them when they catch them, which is great. Let's expose the freaking houses and the people who profit and help these folks. And it's a sad situation when a regular guy like Richard and another guy like who he knows who was living there, and he tells me that other people have ended up in this house as well due to the fact that they got nowhere else to go, or they don't know about this particular halfway house, this brand, whatever it is. Yeah, it sucks for them. But these people who run this halfway house are some dirtballs. Yeah, they are. So it's my hope to expose that soon, probably on After Prison Show. Anyways, we got to get to work. I can't think about what I can't do right this second, as in trying to help a guy who desperately needs it when I can't even damn help myself. I don't know if I shared with you guys or not, but yesterday my bank account was overdrawn by $800 and something. And I ain't received but $1,000 from the real estate guy. When I was owed $5,300, now I'm owed $4,300 and a $1,300 deposit for this job that we're on right now. Leaving from my original Sherwin-Williams right there. Great guys up in there. Sherwin-Williams always got good guys. Unless we're talking about that one Sherwin-Williams that I used to like, where the guy used to like me, but because of my old job, now he doesn't like me and he treats me fucking douchebag, dude. You know who I'm talking about. But anyways, just got the paint. I ended up hitting another Lowe's. I got the spray shields. I got like 20 of these son of a guns. They're only $1 a piece. So altogether in materials, I spent $120 at Lowe's. And then at Sherwin-Williams, I just spent $261. 5 gallons of paint was only, well, you're not supposed to talk about how much you spend for paint. That's taboo in the painting industry. But I feel like I got a relatively good deal on the paint. Oh yeah, I got a relatively good deal on the paint compared to the sticker price. And then I had to buy something else too, a new spray tip, and them spray tips are not cheap. Yeah, man, I need that 211, that blue. So we've got all of the materials. What did I say? 120 in materials at Lowe's, and then 260. So 120 and 260, that's 380 in materials. I think I bid materials on this job probably at about $1,000 now. Trust and believe, we may still need some things, but we've got most everything that we need to be able to rock and roll. And a few leftover things from other jobs, like a brand new can of Bondo. That Bondo's $30-something a can. We may need paint brushes, even though we're gonna spray probably 99% of this like we do. But yeah, I'm gonna get these guys set up so that they can get this repair work done today. And then I'm gonna carry on about my business and do some video work. No sense in me even starting to paint today with them needing to do the video work. So, cool deal. It's good to have all the materials and right on time too. I told the guys to be there at 9:30. It's like 9:20 right now. They're about to be there. I'm about to be there. Let's have a job go smooth. I mean, the last job went relatively smooth for the most part. Aside from the fact that we had a drunk guy on our crew for some time, a whole lot of rain days as well. You know, other than that, the job went good. So let's hope this one goes just as well. All right, so yesterday these guys got everything cut out, ready for the repair work to take place. And we have everything we need to make these repairs. Well, they didn't get everything cut out, but they got a lot of it cut out. Here's more back here that they cut out, right here. Yeah, cut out a decent section right there. Here's a window frame that we're looking at right here that's just completely gone. These are custom windows. So new doors and windows are coming in a couple of weeks out here. More stuff that we cut out. Yeah. All right, so get everything, you know, tomorrow when I'm back out here, I want to be ready to paint.
Okay.
Yep. I got a new spray tip too for that machine.
All right, is there anything like you want taped up to get ready for tomorrow?
If you've got tape,
yeah. Well, while I'm wiping off, if there's any hard spots.
Yeah, I don't honestly think so, Gene. So long, if the weather was like this tomorrow, it would be perfect for it.
Well, I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, these conditions right here are nice.
Okay, well, I'm going to start right here and, wiping. And then if I see something that needs caulk, I'm going to caulk. So I'm just going to, wipe. Then I'll get the other ladder and get that. But I figured this was a good place to start, and then, you know, go one way or the other.
Yep. Good deal.
All right, man.
All right, call me if you guys need me. I dropped the paint off out front too,
All right.
and all my shields.
Okay. Now, when we leave, can we put stuff in the garage? Or
Yeah,
not?
put the shit in the garage.
Okay. That way we got everything here, and it's out, and I don't have to dig it out in the morning.
Yep. That'll be good. Oh, there's another window to mess with. Yeah, like I say, man, just try to cut it back.
See what we can stick in there, you know what I mean?
Because it's only rotted in the middle here.
Yeah, and if I could cut a straight edge and have something to nail to under it that's
And then
firm,
Bondo.
and then either that or we could just put a 2x6 right here. We take this out and just, you know, cut it off right here, put a 2x6 in there.
Yeah. But do this because he is talking about getting all of this wrapped. So what I would imagine would happen here is this frame would stay, this window would go, and they'll just put a freaking...
Put metal over this.
They'll put a vinyl insert in there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do with it, buddy. That's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
I can put it in. Just don't like standing around. Get some shit set up. That's what I can be doing. Untangle this and shit. Put that in here. I got the corded fucking saw today, boy.
What's that now?
And this is the circular.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Yeah. All right. Hey, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just leaving from Gene and Jason with them to try to handle all of the repair work today, and they should be able to do that. There ain't a whole hell of a lot out there to do. They seem a little discombobulated this morning, but I'm sure they'll get it together, and things will go smoothly. Tomorrow I'll be out there for the painting. We'll get that done and we'll make a day of it. But today I'm going to focus on video work and try to figure out if it's going to be possible for me to help my guy Richard not end up throwing it all away because he's in such a volatile place. Obviously, I don't have the means or resources to be able to do very much. The most that I was able to do was try to offer this guy a 30-minute pep talk earlier and say, hey, look, man, you got to look at the positive here. You've got your guy that you work with doing landscape work, and you've got me, two people on your side trying to have your back. Two people on your side trying to have your back and root for you. And keep you motivated and positive and on the right track. Who knows how it all plays out for this guy? Like I said, he's in a situation where it could all go to hell in a handbasket for him real quick, and I just hope that it doesn't. I hope that it doesn't. What do we got? What is this Sanford and Sons son of a bitch doing? Look at this. Hey, man. Every day's a hustle. Every day I'm hustling on some Rick Ross type of shit. You know, my old house used to be right around these parts. Kind of crazy to think this is where we used to live at. Things were much better, obviously, for me then. Maybe someday they'll be good again. Huh. Well, here's an interesting scenario. So it's 12 o'clock. I was at the house filming, editing, and now I'm going back out to the job site because I get a call from Gene and he tells me that the real estate man stopped by. Real estate man told me he was out of town. He wouldn't be back till tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. He said he wouldn't be back till Wednesday. He stops by with a freaking color wheel trying to paint match the color of the exterior, asking Gene and my other guy what color matches best, and they all three agree on a color. And I said, Gene, what the beep, 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 beep. Did you not tell the man that I freaking stopped, that I brought the paint this morning? Oh, I didn't see you drop off the paint. Gene, what are you talking about? I even told you this morning I was getting the paint. See, that's the shit that really grinds my gears, man. But more important than Gene being a freaking idiot is the fact of, what is the real estate guy doing? Why are you going over there to color match paint? Why are you showing up a day early and not talking to me? And why are you telling my guys to not do things that you're telling me to do? When I've given you a proposal and we've started a job. Let me tell you what I'm starting to realize, and I'm starting to feel like, and I don't want to feel this way. I always try to think, oh, it's got to be paranoia. Joe's just delusional, but I've dealt with people too much in life to not see this as being some truth to it. I think there's some shit with this dude. And here's what I think is kind of happening. I think this dude's trying to pay us when he wants to pay us, and in terms of the amount of money, pay us the amount of money that he wants to pay us as well too. Oh, well, don't do that. Yo, I gave you a proposal. We're not changing that. I don't give a damn if we're not doing certain things. Like, man, where's my money? That's the number one. I tried to call this guy. He don't answer. I tried to text him to tell him, hey, don't go get the paint. I got the paint. He don't respond. I text him again, hey, please give me a call when you get this. No response. What kind of a freaking... God, man, this is the type of shit that get my blood boiling, man. Joe, you're just overreacting. God damn, I hope that's what it is. It doesn't seem like that. How could Gene be so stupid to not tell this guy that we got the paint? I knew there was something wrong with Gene this morning. And this is a perfect sign that I was right about that. Buddy showing up unannounced. He ain't think we would be there probably today, man. And no, he had to know. He knew we were going to be there. And now I got to go out here and freaking babysit. And that's the shit that really pisses me off. All right, just leaving from over there, and hey, what are you going to do? They're doing what they need to do. Was a little aggravated with Gene, but by the time I left, I wasn't. Nobody expected this guy to show up today, so I couldn't tell them to be prepared for that. And yeah, so what? Gene was just a little too stoned this morning to realize that I had the paint and remember that I told him I was going to get the paint. So what are you going to do? But they're getting the repair work done. It looks good. You know, for scabbing in pieces, I can't ask for anything more than what they're doing. And they're moving right along. Tomorrow we'll be ready to paint. Still haven't heard from the real estate guy. I don't even know why I came out here, like expecting that maybe he was going to show back up over here. He's not coming back out here. I hope all is well. I'm going to try to calm down a little bit, even though I'm fighting for my life money-wise. Just try to be patient. He told me he would get me squared away by tomorrow, so I'm going to give it till tomorrow. Maybe he's waiting on some money to hit, to clear. Who the hell knows? But this is not the way that I like to operate. Not at all. But it's never going to be a perfect situation. You got to always know that. It'll never be a perfect situation. You got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the ugly and try to just find a way to stay afloat in the midst of all of that. So I'm going to go back home, continue working on videos like I was planning to do. Oh, I got to go to the lumber mill. They need one more piece of that wood. Son of a bitch. I hate to think that I got to buy even more materials on a job that, well, I'm owed so much money from the last one on. But yep, we're going to stop at the lumber mill, then go home, continue working on video work, and hopefully sometime today hear from this guy. Leaving from Lowe's, I mean better than Lowe's, the lumber yard. Another stick of step-down casing, 4-inch. This place has any and everything that you could imagine here. Really just a cool operation anytime you go to a lumber yard. Lumber yards are just cool. You're looking at wood all day, sort of like a correctional officer, except a totally different. This is trees and bark. In their case, it's penis and balls. But $400 is where we are currently at in the materials list for this job. And you know, what the heck? Still haven't heard from the real estate guy. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is crazy. I call and I text twice and nothing. No response. I think that's kind of shitty, to be honest. I think that's really shitty. But what are you gonna do? I can worry about it today, but worrying about it ain't gonna do me no damn good. I got to just hope and pray Buddy's gonna be okay in terms of getting me paid tomorrow. But then again, nothing he said has been as it seems. You know, there was a deposit that was due on the first job that we did. That deposit was, I can't remember how much it was, like $1,600, I think is what it was. And he ended up giving me $1,850, which I thought that was strange that he gave me more than I said was due. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of anything right this second. Just hopeful it all works out. That's all I can say. But like I said, I can't worry myself with it. I need to worry myself with some video work. So for the 100th time, that's what I'm gonna go do. And then figure out lunch. I'm so tired of eating chicken nuggets. I'm sick of them. I think I might treat myself to a fancy PB&J today. The fall off should be studied. It really should be. Hey there, good morning. Wednesday morning as I begin this, and today is spray day over on our latest exterior job, which is crazy to think we're doing exteriors and it's starting to get cold outside. Usually when the weather changes and it starts getting colder, or it is cold, exterior work is out the window, no pun intended. But we've still got this one and one other house allegedly to do. Good possibility that by the end of today, we're damn near done with this job, and that should be exactly what it is. And that's going to leave room for a lot of profit on this job, even with the fact that I've probably got to reassess the bid on this one. So this is a 4,000 square foot house. Bid this at $5,200 to include materials. We don't need but 5 gallons of paint. In materials, I've spent $400 on this job. That includes all the wood that we've needed to do this. However, the windows and possibly most of the doors, or some of the doors at least, aren't being painted because they're being replaced and then vinyl wrapped or metal coil wrapped. So how much am I going to take off for that? I guess what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go get a count of all of the windows and doors, and I'm going to take off probably $100, $75, $50, somewhere between there, somewhere between $50 and $100 per window and door that we're not painting. That could add up. That could add up. 10 windows and doors is $1,000. It's probably like 15 altogether. Maybe even more. So I really got to make sure that the numbers make sense. I might only make it like $50. Because some of them, like if you look at the back porch, it's got this massive custom door with a big crescent window conglomeration over the top of it. I don't assume that they're going to replace that crescent window. So we still would have to paint that. There's still some doors that are going to get painted. They're not getting replaced. But anyways, so the real estate man is back today. I don't even know what I've shared and what I've redacted from what I've been filming, especially from yesterday and the cluster that yesterday really was. So let me try to sum this up in a nutshell and assume that I've probably shared most all of this. First, I was owed $5,300 from the last job. We got it completed. $5,300 was the balance that was left. I received a $1,000 payment on Monday. I was told I was going to get paid in total, you know, whatever was left by Wednesday, which is today. So yesterday rolls around. It's our first full day out on this job. I leave Gene and new guy Jason out there on this, and Gene is just a little out of sorts. Nicest way that I can say it. Seems like he might be a little too stoned, I guess. So I noticed that when I'm leaving, and I leave them out there just to do the wood repairs. There's no reason for me to be out there. I'm not breaking open the paint until the repairs are done and I can move quite fluidly through everything. So that's today. However, around 11:30, I get a phone call. I'm back at the house working on videos. I get a phone call from Gene saying that the real estate man just left. I said, what do you mean he just left? He told me he was out of town. He said, yeah, he just stopped by and he was getting paint samples to go get paint. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he had this color wheel and yeah, he was going to go get the paint. I said, Gene, why didn't you tell him we already had the paint? Oh, I didn't know you got the paint. I said, Gene, you watched me drop it off this morning. I didn't see you do that. I was behind the house, which that's not true. I said, Gene, even if that was the case, I texted you and told you I was going to be 10 minutes late because I was getting the paint. Oh, I thought you meant that you were going to go get the paint. I'm like, yo, man, what the world? So now I'm super pissed off because I'm feeling like there's some shit being thrown into the game. What is the real estate man doing going to get the paint like we've already got the paint? And then what is Gene doing not even realizing that we had the paint? So now I got to rush out there. I'm super mad about that, feeling like I got to go babysit this situation. I get out there and Gene tells me that, you know, oh, by the time he realized that we had the paint, he tried to run and tell the man, but the man was already gone. I cooled down. I'm not going ballistic. I mean, I did kind of rip Gene's head off over the phone before going out there, but by the time I got out there, you know, they were knee deep in the repairs. They were doing what needed to be done. And hey, whatever. I call the real estate man. He doesn't answer. I text him twice. He doesn't respond. I'm like, yo, this is a crazy situation. So I finally leave from there because I realize there's nothing else that I can do. I tell Gene, hey, you two are doing an awesome job. You know, I want to make it known that I do appreciate the hard work that they're putting in. So I leave. I get back to the house. I'm working on video work. I get a phone call from the real estate man. Good deal. I need to have this call. He says, Joe, what's going on? I'm in the airport. I said, you're in the airport? I said, what do you mean you're in the airport? I said, Gene said he just saw you at the house and you were getting paint samples. He said, no, I'm in the airport. I'm coming home today. He said, that wasn't me. I said, oh, this is crazy. Now I look like I'm a foolish fool. He said, that was probably the window guy getting paint samples, color samples, I should say, so that they could get the metal coil as close as possible. Boy, do I feel dumb. I get off the phone with the real estate man trying to make it, you know, not a dramatic situation. I don't think that it was, the phone call him and I had. But now in my head, I'm like, yo, how fucked up was Gene yesterday on the job site? He didn't even realize that the real estate man wasn't even there. He was talking to a plant. Look, this is crazy. Gene's met the real estate man 3 times. Real estate man knows Gene's name. I called Gene and I say, Gene, how much dope did you smoke this morning? Because that wasn't the real, oh, well, he looked just like him. Okay, maybe. I didn't see the guy. Maybe he is the real estate man's doppelganger. They said everybody's got a twin. Yo, how screwed up do you gotta be to not even realize who you're talking to? To not even realize that the person you're talking to isn't the person that you think you're talking to. You might as well have been talking to a plant. So I found that to be crazy. Oh, and then by the way, to add insult to injury, I get another $1,000 frickin' spoon-fed payment. I guess if I'm getting $1,000 a day, that's good and all. Sorry, I had the police behind me, driving a little erratically, like. Anyways. So that was yesterday in a nutshell, that whole cluster. Today's a new day. I called Gene this morning. Gene's having trouble getting out of the bed. I said, Gene, I need you to be at the job by 9 o'clock. Thank God he answered the phone. I thought that he wouldn't. I texted him. He didn't respond. So I called him. I said, Gene, I'm going to need you to be at the job site by 9 o'clock. He said, all right, I'm going to hurry up and get ready to go. I said, no, you got 2 hours. It's only 7 o'clock, which may seem drastic, me hitting him up that early. But for the love of God, we should be on the job by 7 o'clock. And, you know, logistically, we can't because I got to get my son to school most days. And then, he's always texting me for the most part by 7 o'clock saying good morning. So, you know, Gene is my dude, but don't get it twisted for a second. We all got some shit with us, even me. Joe's a horrible boss, or that's what people tell me. I really feel like we need to do an intervention with Gene. I think that we're reaching an apex in the falling off the wagon situation. And I hope that that's not the case. Maybe it's just off time for him. Hey, we just set back clocks, for God's sake. So, anywho, it's spray day, and I'm excited. This is when Joe really gets to showcase what he does and get busy and jiggy with it. I'm going to film quite a bit out on the job site today. I'm going to have the GoPro on, and I'm going to have the drone up in the air too, capturing some footage, all for, you know, promotional material, good advertising. There's no better way to say that you can do something than showcasing you actually doing it. Anywho, I filmed enough. Sorry to bore you with the conversation. Let's get to work and see if we can get this job damn near knocked out today. We'll get a count of the windows when we get out there, and then we'll figure out how much we're going to deduct off of the price. I'm not deducting any more than $1,000. So whatever that amounts to. The job was $5,300. It's going to be $4,300 by the time it's said and done.
With a brush with the regular paint in it, and I'll help you move the ladders around.
Well, I'm gonna start with this garage door first. Let's get the 16 over here, because once I get past that peak, I don't need that tall ladder anymore.
Right. You want it on this side or that side?
You can just put it anywhere. I'm gonna start with this garage door though. All right, let's start with a couple of shields, and let's make sure we are good at the bottom. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Spray day is about to commence. Alright, hopefully we're good. Let's see what this shit looks like. She's gonna wipe down, that's good. Oh my God. Yeah, she's gonna be tough. Need the other shield on the ground down here. That's such a close match.
Color's good?
Too good. Too damn good. Okay. All right. Looking good in there. Okay. Okay.
What would you like me doing? And you know, look, I was looking at the stuff up top that you were wanting me to help you with.
Yeah.
Can we utilize their 10-foot ladder, right?
Yeah.
Because I think you can put it against the roof.
Yeah.
It'll lay.
Hey, use it, whatever. I don't. If it's here, we're using it. If we need it.
Right.
So for the time being, Jason,
Yes, sir.
it'll just be a little bit of standing around watching me, but helping me as soon as I'm ready to move. Just making my life easier at first. And then once Gene's available too, we can.
Thinking about up top.
I'm just starting here because I want to see how this is going to be. See what kind of battles we're going to have to fight here with. How hard it's going to be to see what we've actually painted. And there's a little bit of a battle with that.
I should probably get a cup and brush ready, right?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Right.
Yeah, when you done spraying.
Did you already get that area prepped over there, Gene?
Yeah.
So it's all caulked up, ready to go? All right. I'll need you guys to be my eyes too a little bit.
Make sure you ain't missing.
Yeah.
Looks like
Let me get a good shield or a dry shield. Oh, and let me use the old ones first.
Okay, can you put a little bit in mine too? My red one? Thank you.
And I went down as low as I felt comfortable with it. Feel like I got it pretty good. I think the bottom's gonna need it. These corners are gonna need it.
Yeah. You want me to grab that gun or?
Yeah. All right. So we start with this garage door just to see how this is gonna play. Take one good.
Want to bring that back a little bit, just so you know, straight up and down?
Yeah, bring that back for me. It's getting warm already. What's up, my cord? It's my jam here. Should look pristine up here. All right, this is my favorite. Over the head. Over the head. Get in there. Yeah. All right, that's good enough. All right. All right. That's how you do it. Right there. I mean, to be honest, I probably don't even need to shield this if they're replacing this roof. But I don't know that they are. Said the roofer's Friday. That could mean anything. This ain't even making oh, that's not good. These old, damn. Yeah, got a little wind today too. Got some dickhead landscapers next door. All right. Sit that guy down for a second. Here we go. All right. Well, Looks good. I think I'll leave that there, just so I see where I'm at. All right, put the 16 right up here, G. Ooh, that window's in bad shape.
What's that?
This window up here is in bad shape.
All the like crank ones too. Those ones are almost all of them on the house are the crank that put sideways knives.
Is that too much the angle for you? I mean, I'm trying to give you a decent angle, but that's all some shot bus.
Oh,
You can come down a little bit more, I can pull her out.
I might be able to work that. That'd probably be all right.
Alright, well, it's not. If you got tall enough, you can pull out there.
All right. Let's see.
Off of that real quick.
Yeah, I really feel like I don't even gotta protect these damn shingles, man, but I just don't know.
Yeah, you are like.
I mean, who the fuck paints before you get a roof replaced? On an exterior.
I was talking that yesterday.
Oh, that is sketchy. Oh, that's sketchy. All right.
Alright.
Man, got a ton of shit in my pocket. Ain't really cooperating. Alrighty. Alright. There we go. There. Damn, that's a fucked up spot. Hey. Hey. Okay. Okay. Hey. Okay.
Okay. Big ass miss right there. This is a little more difficult and challenging with this paint being the same color. It's hard to see what you got. And that looks like,
Damn good color match.
yeah, it looks too good. Okay. What is that? Okay. Okay.
Where'd you say you saw holidays earlier on this door?
I already sprayed them.
Right, but you saying you seen it over here?
Yeah, I already sprayed them.
Right, but I'm just trying to, I didn't see earlier.
Well, it's, I guess see it from a different light.
Right.
Because this shit matches up so good that it's gonna be a lot of looking at it from 3 different directions.
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize. I was like, man, he hadn't sprayed this door. I was going to trim it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't get to that one yet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need somebody up here to get the rest of this in close.
Okay.
You should be able to, if you come up right now, you'll see where I'm at. And then I can still spray over here if I can get over there. Oh yeah, shit, Gene, you're grabbing the wet stuff. Put these out of the way, like the wet ones, put them somewhere.
Well, we're not gonna grab them again.
And where if they do blow, they ain't gonna blow on concrete or something. All right, it is almost lunchtime and we are still on the front of this damn thing. So, garage doors have been painted, up top has been painted, around this corner has been painted, this whole top area has been painted, that side piece has been painted. I got my guy up there right now, and I mean, look at how he's got to get there. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday type shit. Still got to get back in that area. We are getting underneath the front porch. Right now, I just sprayed that out. We're getting ready to come around here, hit all of this. This is gonna be the real son of a gun. Like, how we gonna get to this? And I'm thinking I'm gonna take this 32-foot ladder, I'm gonna lay that thing right on that roof, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get to that. I can spray some of it. It's just gonna be up there. It's gonna be a real son of a gun. But once we get past the front, the sides of this thing ain't gonna be nothing at all. Yeah. So we're making pretty good time. The wind is freaking howling out here. Yeah, this is the side. Both sides look identical. And then I don't think the back is too bad neither.
How you doing up there, Jason?
Sitting on the bottom of the seesaw. Got my dude up there at the top of the seesaw. Only way that we can reach this little area right here. And don't worry about the gutter. We put a little board in between so that no pressure on that gutter right there, because had we not done that, that thing would have been folded like a chair. I don't like just sitting around on the job though.
I'm going as fast as I can, dog.
Oh no, I ain't talking about you. I'm just stir crazy. Plus I got ADD. I'm like a kid with candy. Can't sit still.
105. Sending the guys out to go get lunch. We literally just got done with the front of this thing. I'm gonna run the side while they go to lunch, because Joe don't take no breaks. When Joe's on the job, Joe's working. I think lunch breaks should be outlawed. I'm kidding. Don't get all mad about that. The front was an absolute animal. The sides ain't gonna be too bad at all. The back ain't gonna be too bad at all. But the wind is unbelievably howling out here. I mean, this is pretty crazy. Gene just blew out his shoe, so he's not too happy about that. And that's pretty crazy to have happen. But happens to the best of them. So usually what happens, I'll just spray as much as I can, which ends up being quite a bit, and they'll come behind me and brush in. I'm quite certain we could get almost all of this done today. Maybe get all of it done. It just depends. There's nothing major left. I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of this done by the time they get back. So if I can have most of this side done, the back will be a challenge in one area, but that's just one area. Okay. I think I like it. I think I like it. Yeah, it's gonna be muddy over here. Gene blew out his shoe. Did I tell you that? How that even happens, your guess is as good as mine. Oh shit, that about flipped over on me. This wind is unbelievably howling. All right. Yeah, this 12 is gonna get me quite far, or a 10 foot. It's gonna get me quite far. Don't let me forget, I gotta get the rest of these downspouts. There's 1, 2, I think 3 downspouts I gotta finish getting. Up and down on a ladder all day long. It's crazy. It is crazy. Okay. Yeah, they'll probably take a long lunch. I didn't really give them any instructions, so when I don't give them instructions, they tend to just do what they want to do. All right. No protection whatsoever. The wind is our protector. Yeah. I'll get in there. Okay. All right. Start getting in here a little bit better. Yeah. Not looking too bad. So the paint match was perfect. There you go. Right there. Okay. Looking pretty good. Oh, that's a big old spider. That's a jumping spider too. Do not jump on me, because you and me are gonna have some super problems. You and me will have super problems. You jump on me. Oh shit, got a little overspray on the window. Thank God the windows are getting replaced. All right, watch out, spider. You're screwing up my groove. Yo, move. Get out the way. I think he went inside. Maybe he got hit with some paint, I don't know. He's looking a little crazy on me. All right. All right. Okay. Right. Don't think I can really get no further. Probably got about one more move with this guy, and then I'm done with this guy. Whew. That guy's not gonna be of much good to me. Super wet, muddy, just nasty over here on the side. All right. Oh, I got a freaking headache. Had a headache all damn day. Hey, what's going on? It's 4:30 in the afternoon and we've wrapped up mostly, probably about 95% completion on this exterior. And let me tell you, this guy here, she was a beast. So the entire front So the entire front, and mind you, we didn't even have to mess with the windows, but we had to mess with the ceiling in that front porch. And all of these A's, all of this trim. This took 5 hours. 5 hours to get the entire front done. But it looks phenomenal. Perfect. Sprayed it. Beasted it. Straight beast mode. Just Joe with a piece of frickin' cardboard. Is that a holiday right there? Shit, it might be. Or it could be a shadow. I can't honestly tell. We'll be back out here tomorrow anyways. So the front took 5 hours. This side right here only took probably about an hour and a half. I see a holiday right there. Oh shit, we might need to do a little bit of touch up out here tomorrow. But we're gonna be back out here anyways. So this took about an hour and a half right here. And again, these windows are all getting replaced. However, those top plates need to be painted. I only painted one, but we'll be here tomorrow to paint those. Even included some of the pine straw as well, free of charge. Blasted that. We're not cleaning out gutters here. The roofers can do that when they come and do the roof. Kind of a diabolical situation to think about getting your exterior painted prior to getting a roof installed, but hey, that's not my business. So then we come back to the back, and here's some stuff that we are gonna have to address back here. So I got that painted. All of this is painted pristine. Just looks good. All painted up in here. I could have blasted the shingles because the roof is getting replaced, but I didn't. However, looking at this, this half moon, son of a gun, that needs to be painted. Matter of fact, this whole thing needs to be painted because this is not getting replaced. I tried to tell the guys, that's like a $20,000 conglomeration just by itself. Hopefully we'll get the back deck as well. All of this has been painted. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah. Had to Sanford and Son up this freaking roof twice today. Had to put blocks to protect the gutter from the ladder. And I am seeing some holidays. Yes, I am. So tomorrow we'll be back.
Take it down some?
These guys. This is still wet too, so I can't honestly tell if those are holidays or if those are just heavy spots up there. But tomorrow we'll be back. We'll address it and make sure everything is as it should be. Oh, I get to take this for my son. Talked to the real estate man. He showed up over here. And we might be trashing this thing out, and we might be doing this interior. So I'm trying to get this freaking interior. I want this interior so bad. So I'm trying to sell him on spot painting this. And I told him, hey, look, $12,000, we come in here, we do all the repair, we handle all the materials, and we spot paint it. And that's gonna basically entail most of it getting painted, just not everything. If it don't need to be painted, like these walls ain't too bad, but they would get painted. Little repairs like this would get addressed. 12,000, man. Jeez Louise. And he didn't even like that price. Hopefully we can get that. Anyways, I gotta wrap this up and get ready to take a piss and get up out of here and go give that little bicycle to my son. Oh, and by the way, I got paid the deposit from this job and also made whole. Make sure my ass ain't hanging out. I got made whole from the last job that we did. So yes, I needed that. Definitely needed that. All right, hey, thank you for taking the time. I look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow. Until then, take care.